Like a sea urchin.
Hello, Mr. Sea Urchin. You're like a little kinner. You're like a little kinner.
Ago, when Hen and I were on our honeymoon in Thailand, we sat on the beach in Phuket and we designed our family's future, and what we realized was so important to us was to have a life based around travel. So hence why we live in Bali, and now every 8 weeks we go overseas. So we just got back from the Philippines like 3 days ago, and then we're off on holiday again. So just, you know, I think this is what I want to say, is that we actually all get to write our lives. And I know so many people don't experience their lives like that, like they're experiencing their lives as a default of their environment, but really we actually get to write our lives. And you know, for myself, I remember years ago, I was a solo mum with Bailey and we lived in a shed, and I remember my future, I remember feeling like my future was really bleak, and then like doing the inner work, really getting to like just change everything, change the stories I had running, and get cause in the matter of actually creating the kind of life I really want. And here's my little sweetheart.
Why did it take so long?
Oh, Dad stopped to say hi. He saw a friend. Did you guys go halfway to the port?
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
We went so far.
You guys? So that's the end of my story.
Fleslit.
An eventful little afternoon. After our bike ride, the kids went snorkeling and Zion got stung by a sea urchin. In New Zealand we call them kinner, and yeah, he came out with these kind of black blisters in his knee. We didn't know what they were, and luckily one of the guys in the local restaurant came down and grabbed with a piece of coral, and he just sat there for 20 minutes kind of hitting Zion's knee to like destroy the poison in there. Years ago I worked as a registered nurse, and there was a point where I was offered a manager's job, right? And it was like the highlight of my career to get, you know, to be a nursing manager. And it was so freaking tempting to take that manager's role and to say yes to it. And with that offer on the table, I said no and actually handed my resignation and had left my job to go and do what I really wanted to do. And I think that's the thing. The risk of having a good life actually risks having a great life, because if our lives are good, sometimes they're good and we don't like really step up and go, you know what else could we actually have? So like by taking that risk, here we are now on a tropical island, hanging out with the kids and doing this kind of stuff. Last week Hen and I were in the Philippines. In a couple of weeks we'll be in Malaysia. A couple of weeks after that we're going to be in Singapore. You know, it could have easily been that I stayed in that manager's role and worked 9 to 5 Monday to Friday in a role that was good, but didn't make my heart sing. Fulfilled me on some levels, but at the end I would have felt unsatisfied.
She's not my lover. She's just a girl who says that